Do we have anyone here signed in to speak today?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, let's,
morning.
Glenn, if
Ready?
you will, please.
Okay. Number one, approve the minutes of the regular meeting of January 9th, 2023. Two, approve the list of claims. Three, hold a public hearing so any citizen of the county shall be given an opportunity to be heard. Four, approve the request of the sheriff's office to add 7 internally purchased vehicles to their fleet as follows. The addition of these vehicles will not increase their fleet. 5, approve application for transfer of retail beer, retail table wine, alcohol license from J. Matadi Inc. to Krishna Inc. for Doug's Quick Mark II, District 3. Number 6, approve application for lounge retail liquor, Class 2 alcohol license, submitted by 2022 Liquor LLC for Smoking Liquor, District 3. 7, approve agreement of the Alabama Department of Economic and Community Affairs grants for Southwest Alabama Regional Safety Office under the Community Traffic Safety Program for the following and for law enforcement agency as follows. 8, adopt a resolution declaring certain items assigned to the Revenue Commission Michael Square location surplus. 9, approve amendment to the annual contract with Mobile Council, Inc., in the amount of $17,048 from District 1 funds to assist Mobile County in the development of Isom Clemens Civil Rights Memorial Park and Chicxulub Conference Center. 10, approve appropriation contract with Mobile Area Council, Boy Scouts of America, in the amount of $15,000 from District 1 funds for general operating expenses. 11, approve a sponsorship agreement with Azalea City Community Development Corporation in the amount of $1,000 from District 2 funds for supporting food pantry services in Sims and Wilmer area. 12, approve a termination for the SAS service agreement with Insta CEI Inc. Insta CEI Inc. was tasked with developing and providing project estimating software to the engineering department and has failed to supply a valuable product during the contract term. This termination is not subject to a fee, and the county has no further obligations to Insta CEI Inc. 13, approve 296.8 acres of real property located off of Halls Mill Road in Mobile County from Norvale Group LLC and 17 heirs of the Duty family for the amount of $2 million plus closing costs, and authorize Commission President to sign all documents related to the transaction.
Question, this is a NIFWIF project. What, could you give some background on it? Peanut, good morning.
This proposal was submitted some years ago, quite frankly. It is a NIFWIF, Gulf Environmental Benefit Fund, to acquire this large parcel of bottomland hardwood on Halls Mill Creek, which is really important to the Dog River watershed. So we're just finally getting through the due diligence stage to where we have a purchase agreement. So the grant agreement was authorized by the commission last March. We accepted the 2.2, I say, or I forget the number exactly, but we have the grant money awarded and allocated, and we're just working through the process.
I forgot, how many acres is it?
296.
296.
And Commissioners, we will be back one more time before we close because there's a conservation easement that's being required that we're going to have South Alabama Land Trust out of Fairhope manage the property, and we're working through that. And when we have that ready for the consideration of the commission, we'll ask y'all to consider that. And after that, we'll be able to close.
And could you walk us through what are the plans for
So
this
this is
property?
Gulf Environmental Benefit Fund money. So the property will be under the protection of a conservation easement. We will maintain it for conservation. We will manage for invasive species. So basically that parcel will be able to serve its function in protecting the watershed with no pervious services, protecting the floodplain, protecting the wetlands. So it really helps the health of the entire Dog River by protecting that land.
Okay, but really no vertical structures,
No, ma'am.
nothing?
No,
Okay,
ma'am.
okay.
That'll be prohibited specifically.
And this is money from NIFWIF?
Yes, ma'am. Oil spill funding.
Can we spell out on the
Absolutely. Sure. Certainly. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yes,
okay, thank you.
sure.
Number 14, consider taking the following action on bids. Number 15, approve a subscription renewal with SHI Inc. in the amount of $4,694.48 for AutoCAD, including specialized toolset government single-use user for 3 years for the period of January 21st, 2023 through January 20th, 2026 for the County Commission. 16, approve renewal agreement with PDQ Smart Deploy in the amount of $17,350 for PDQ deploy and inventory for the Revenue Commissioner. 17, adopt a sole source resolution approving renewal of software maintenance contract with Environmental Systems Research Institute, Inc., ARGIS Online Creator, in the amount of $41,250. Number 18, adopt a sole source resolution approving the purchase of credits with Environmental Systems Research Institute, Inc. for ESRI Enterprise Advantage Program in the amount of $70,900 for the Revenue Commissioner. 19, award bid for McElhenney Construction Company LLC for Whistler Bicycle Trail for a total bid in the amount of $526,478.66. 20, authorize advertising and receiving bids for safety upgrades at Camp One building. 21, authorize advertising and receiving bids for Salt Air Preserve office building. 22, authorize terminating contract agreement with Delta Flooring, Inc. for 3-year flooring covering replacement installation at Mobile County facilities due to supply chain issues and market price increases. 23, approve a change order number 1 with Rogers and Willard, Inc. for Mobile County Annex 4th floor build-out. If implemented, the change will decrease the contract by $16,255.71. The new contract total will be $2,814,769. 24, approve amending Mobile County Commission minutes of December 27, 2022, agenda item number 11, to change the town of Mount Vernon request from purchasing 4 surplus vehicles to a purchase of 1 surplus vehicle from the county garage as follows, and to return 3 surplus vehicles to the fixed assets list as follows.
Are they not gonna buy those vehicles?
No, I think when they got them, they were in worse shape.
Okay. Okay. I was just checking, cause I think the Bayou is looking for a truck, but if they're in that bad of a condition, we'll just pass them. Okay.
25, approve contract amendment number 1 to the contract to provide professional services for the development and implementation of the West End Dauphin Island Management Plan with Environmental Science Associates. 26, approve contract amendment number 5 to Mobile County Park Initiative contract with Goodwin Mills and Kaywood LLC dated August 6, 2021 to add task 5, bidding and construction engineering and inspection services for Chicxulub Park entrance and day use area. 27, authorize advertising and receiving bids for Chicxulub Park entrance and day use area. 28, approve contract amendment number 7 to Mobile County Park Initiative contract with Moffett and Nickel, Inc., dated June 23, 2021, to add task 7, bidding and construction engineering and inspection services for Chicxulub Park campground improvements. 29, approve request of Alabama Cooperative Extension System 4-H Club to use the John Archer Arena on February 9 through the 10th, 2023 for the 4-H show, calves weigh-in auction, and waive all associated arena fees. There will be no cost to the county. Number 30, approve request for the Mobile Police Mounted Auxiliary to waive fees for the use of the John Archer Center on February 14 through the 23rd, 2023. In the case of inclement weather for preparing and training police horses to patrol during Mardi Gras events, there will be no cost or preparation to the county. 31, approve request of the Sheriff's Office to add 2 internally purchased vehicles to their fleet as follows. The additional of these vehicles will not increase their fleet. 32, authorize advertising and receiving bids for Bayfront Park restoration and improvements. 33, approve a change order number 2 for Bayfront, yes,
On that one from NERDA, if we could just spell out natural resources and then just
spell it out. Yes, ma'am. 33, approve change order number 2 for Bayfront Park restoration and improvements, beach installation. The change order will decrease the contract price by $24,000 to $21.20 and increase the contract time by 6 days. The final contract price is $3,415,344.66, and the final contract time is 186 days. 34, adopt a resolution declaring certain items assigned to the Sheriff's Office information technology surplus and authorize their removal from the fixed assets. 35, approve reappointment of Reginald Haston to serve on the Board of Commissioners of the Mobile County Housing Authority for a 5-year term.
AASTON,
Is it T-O-N?
TON. I think it was sent to us spelled incorrectly.
Okay. We'll correct that. 36, accept the resignation of Cleon Bolton as Commissioner on the Board of the Mobile County Housing Authority and adjust Kimberly Knowles, expiration date to October 12, 2025 on the Board of Commissioners of the Mobile County Housing Authority to reflect the required staggered terms. 37, approve the appointment of Reverend Victor Creed to serve on the Board of Commissioners of the Mobile County Housing Authority for a 5-year term to replace Cleon Bowden.
He was recommended by the board.
That's how these work. Yeah. Okay.
38, approve change order number 1 to statement of work number 2 dated November 9, 2022 for contract with Alight Solutions LLC to transfer hours for reporting resources and human capital management analysts to tenant remediation. This change order will not impact the project budget. 39, approve agreement with Planet Equity Group LLC to provide on-site professional service of a Workday consultant at a rate of $164 per hour for a period up to 1 year. Number 40, approve sponsorship agreement with Opportunity for Entertainers in Performing Arts in the amount of $3,500 from District 1 funds for Opportunities Day School Tour, Mental Health and Educational Fair, and Talent Show. Number 41, approve appropriation contract with MLK Civic and Business Organization in the amount of $8,500 from the District 1 funds for operating expenses.
Question, back up on 39, which I totally agree with this. I think this is a good thing for a Workday consultant to come in. But I was wondering, is there a threshold? I mean, do we have parameters on cost, or is it just as needed with that per hour? Anusha, good morning.
We don't have a threshold, but we use up all the entire 1 year of services, so that's around up to estimated cost is up to $328,000. That will be 2,000 hours. That includes almost 70% of his residency in Mobile, and all the travel costs and everything. It's
Okay.
just an hourly rate, so whatever hours we use for his services.
I was just wondering if we had an estimate, if we had any idea at this point what that cost would be total.
It would be up to
Just
328.
up to 300 if he's working the 2,000
2,000
hours.
hours.
Okay.
Hopefully it will be less.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
And Commissioner, we have two add-ons. Well, the first one, Commissioner, add-on number 1, we need to hold over. We need documentation before we can proceed with that.
Number 1.
I want to address that with Jay, if we can legally go ahead, I actually don't want to hold it over. I actually want to try to vote on this today. I think it's a time-sensitive situation. I think they're in desperate need of these vehicles, and if we could somehow or another go ahead and approve it today, I'm sure we can get the proper documentation to get these vehicles to the sheriff's office. I think they're in desperate need of these vehicles. That's my opinion. If Jay thinks legally we could push it on through
I
that way.
think it's a governance function that I did not properly discuss with Mr. Hodge. The information came to me directly from the sheriff that he had gotten an email from the Alabama Association of Sheriffs of Alabama asking any county that could provide equipment, whatever, for the benefit of Dallas County based on the tornadoes last week. And I didn't talk to Mr. Hodge about it. I apologize for that. But we can, I'm sure I was texting the sheriff, we can get something from Dallas County to cover the paperwork if the
Are
county.
we needing to, what do we need? We need,
Louis,
Mr. Bender to do an
there's-
assessment on the
There's
vehicles?
2 old vehicles that they were gonna service out, whatever the word they call it, very soon anyway, 2014 Taurus. So I'll be happy to take the lead with Glenn to get the necessary paperwork today or tomorrow to accomplish what is needed.
We could go ahead and approve it contingent on final legal approval and documentation as provided to the administration.
And also, you need to know, Commissioners, these vehicles are in our inventory. We thought they were in the sheriff's inventory. So they have to be
Let's see.
sold by the market price. And I don't think it's going to be that high because these are old vehicles and all, which means if we wanted to give it to the agency, it would have to come out of the general fund.
That's
with it.
true.
Well,
I
I mean,
agree
and
with
if that becomes an issue, then I'll pay for it out of my district funds.
That's it. I just want you to be aware of that.
I think Steve could pretty quickly put a
Yeah.
cost assessment on them, and if we don't agree to pay for it out of general funds, okay.
How much are we talking about? Do we have any idea?
I mean, they're 2014 Tauruses. I think I've bought a couple for a couple $1,000 a piece. They're not that
Okay.
expensive. I don't think they would be.
And we can get Dallas County to email us.
I'll do that. I'll get with the sheriff,
Okay.
our sheriff, to get him to
okay.
do that.
If Ricky, if you don't mind, get Steve to do that as soon as possible. I just think it's such a time-sensitive need up there with the tornado damage, and I think they lost quite a few vehicles in the storm.
They lost their vehicles, plus they lost their jail too.
So,
Well, to expedite, should we go ahead and approve it
You
contingent
can, and
on
I'll work with Glenn
final approval
rapidly to
and
get that.
documentation
Yes,
submitted?
ma'am.
so moved.
Second.
Thank you, Glenn
Thank you.
Sure.
and Jay.
I certainly hope they can be of some assistance. That's, was a tragic situation that the weather events we've had here lately, and certainly when there's a loss of life, that's very tragic.
Okay, and the second add-on is to approve a sponsorship agreement with Mobile Police Mounted Auxiliary in a total amount of $500 to be divided as follows. For its 31st annual Mardi Gras Mounted School and Civilian Seminar, February 14th through 2023 through February 22nd, 2023. And we did receive those district numbers for that, so we're good to go on that. I don't know if it's on yours, but not. We also have an Indigent Care Board meeting on Monday, just so you're aware.
I'm happy to share this. This is something that has become almost routine for us. And maybe in the next budget year, why not, if we know we're gonna help the mounted police get ready for Mardi Gras, why not just budget it rather than y'all having to run around to us to find out whether we agree to do $166 a piece?
Sure, that sounds good.
We could actually pay for it under other agency support if you chose to do so.
And I mean, I'm fine with doing this. I'm just talking, just in future.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. So we have a line item for other agency support, that we have we have ample funding to do this? Yes. Well, why don't we do that? If that's agreeable, Commissioners, okay?
We want to do it now.
So we'll make that change on the agenda.
You make the change. Thank you, Commissioner.
Okay,
That's all.
and that's it? Okay.
Hey, let me say one thing too, while we're talking about Dallas County. So, my church sent some supplies and a cook trailer there, and I want to thank, Sheriff Birch. He allowed 2 deputies, and I guess us too, to, go up and help them get there with their equipment and everything this week. They left on Tuesday. And, it is a horrible situation up there, but, I want to thank the sheriff for, sending the deputies with that group to, assist in that community.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I was gonna say my comment for later, but the people up in Mabaco who were also impacted were really happy that the county was on the ground as quickly as they were. And I just wanna let you know that I've been getting that kind of feedback, from them, and I just wanna thank you for just really, you and your team for being out there already anticipating what they were gonna need and doing it.
Good job. Okay, all right, we are ready for engineering. Mr. Kegley,
Very good. Good morning, Commissioners.
Public Works.
We would ask that on Monday you consider taking the following action on the following agenda items. Number 1, approve terms outlined in the engagement letter to allow Ken Watson to aid and assist us with right-of-way acquisition on one of our federal aid projects, Ziegler Boulevard, one of our 2016 pay-as-you-go projects. Item 2, adopt a resolution consenting to the annexation of Azalea Park Court, Oak Hill Drive, Turnbridge Wells Drive East, and Turnbridge Wells Drive West. And these were bounded by territories annexed by the city of Sims. Item 3, approve right-of-way easement agreement for Track 2 on our Airport Boulevard at Eliza Jordan Road intersection improvement project. Item 4, authorize acquisition of property and acceptance of right-of-way deeds for the parcels listed below. Item 5, approve assigning a contract for professional land surveying and CAD services to McCrory and Williams. And item 6 is to approve assigning a contract for professional land surveying and CAD services to Wadier Surveying. Item 7, award a bid to Southern Land Development LLC for the Michael Speaks Way project for their low bid. Item 8, authorize assenting to the county engineer's approval of an extension of the approval for the preliminary plat for 1 year on West Park Village Phase 1. Item 9, approve setting the following speed limits as listed below. And item 10, adopt a resolution directing the Public Works Department to remove tornado debris along county rights-of-way within the areas identified by the National Weather Service as having been impacted by the tornadoes occurring on January 12th.
Commissioners, if y'all want to go ahead and vote on that today, we could start the process of cleaning up. This is just to allow us to pick up what the citizens are bringing to the right-of-way. We've already cleaned the entirety of what fell in the right-of-way, but this will allow us to start picking up what the citizens are bringing, the residents are bringing out to the right-of-way. So if y'all can go ahead and approve that, we can get started.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think that's
And
it,
that's it?
Commissioner. That's it.
Okay, anything else from anybody? Jay, anything to add? Okay. Commissioners, any comments? No? All right. Then we will stand adjourned until Monday.